Hello everyone, my name is Brian Price. I'm with On-Site Video Surveillance. I've put together this quick little intro video to explain to people looking for farm security cameras, what the different types of cameras are that are available, and what kind of experience you would receive based on the different types that are out there. And basically this 1 minute video is just to give you some ideas as to what resolutions mean, what are some of the things that you should consider. How does it all play? As an example, this is a farm that we did over in Illinois, and I have laid out here on this Google map. We're using a tool called a camera calculator, and basically what it does is it represents exactly what the resolution of the cameras are and what experience you would receive if you were to place this camera or install this camera on your farm. As an example, I have an Arlo camera here, and Arlo is a very popular camera. And on the right-hand side, you can see exactly based on where this person is standing. And again, I can move this person in and out. And this really kind of lays out the distance from the camera itself. And then there's a concept that we use in the video surveillance industry called pixels per foot. And basically what that tells you is, where this person is standing and where I have this camera laid out on this farm and on the residence and or entrance to the garage and to the house. At 35 foot, this is exactly what the image would look like that would be recorded. And the pixels per foot at 35 feet are 18.9 pixels per foot. Now, I wanted to show this to you because it lays out exactly if your expectations are that if someone were to pull in or somebody were to pull onto your farm, and as an example, and walk in front of this, if anything that were to occur out here, you can really tell the pixels per foot really drops off on this particular camera. And we're running up, again, a Netgear Arlo at 720p, which is basically 1 megapixel camera. And so basically 136 feet, you might be able to get a make and a model of a car, but you're not going to get anything else that might be identifiable. And if there's no light in this neighborhood, with the infrared really won't work for you. But if I put this back to where I would expect it to be the most applicable for you, at 21 feet, you got 31.3 pixels per foot. Okay, not bad. I kind of have an idea of what's going on here. But the closer the object is to the camera, you can see how it cleans up. At 10 feet, we're jumping up to 64.6 pixels per foot. So Arlo is a pretty inexpensive camera. But I just wanted you to see exactly what you'd expect on a camera like this. I think these cameras run from maybe between $100 and $200. Okay, now we got another camera here, and this is a Ring doorbell, and everybody loves the Ring doorbell. And I think this is actually does a real nice job in regards to, if you have packages dropped off, or if you got somebody standing in front of your door, if the person's standing right here, pixels per foot comes in very, very nicely at 80.1, but that's 10 feet away. And you can also see that it's a very wide angle camera. So what it gives up in distance, it makes up for in regards to left and right proximity. So at this point, at 33 feet, you're at 21 pixels per foot. We're basically not even at the beginning of the driveway or coming into the garage. Again, if I were to try to pull this camera out into the yard, and I wanted to use it there at 92 feet, which is where this stick figure representation is, we're at 7.4 pixels per foot, actually 6.8 pixels per foot. So real tough. If you're looking to identify somebody driving by, headed to a machine shop or to grain bins or whatever else, this probably isn't the tool. But if your requirements are, I just want to know who's coming to my building or into the house, I want to know who they are, this would do a pretty nice job for you. So then we have another camera here, and this camera is what I call a 4 megapixel camera, and this is a little bit higher end, a more higher end camera. This camera, by the way, was a 2 megapixel camera, so 1080p equates to 2 megapixel. So now we're going to jump up to a 4 megapixel, and you can see that at the end of the driveway, where the other one was pretty iffy at this point, we still got a pretty good representation day and night, 45.5 pixels per foot, so we're doing pretty good. If I try to push this thing out a little bit farther, we're about 72 feet, starting to get a little garbled in regards to, pixels per foot have definitely dropped off, but at least you can make out that there's a person or two. You kick out this far, we're out to about 100 some feet again, 16.3 pixels per foot. So A more improved experience, probably because we are talking about a 4 megapixel camera versus a 2 megapixel. So you're going to have twice the resolution to work with. Within that area in which somebody could drive through and out, you probably still have a good shot of getting a license plate day and night. And if somebody were to come here and do the loop and whatever else, you'd have a real good look at them. Okay, so that's a 4 megapixel camera. Those cameras can run between $2 and maybe $200 and $400, just depending on the particular model and such. All right, so let's jump up to a very popular camera now, and that's an 8 megapixel camera. 8 megapixel equals 4K, and everybody talks about that. At the beginning of the driveway again, you're at 45 feet away. Pixels per foot, you can see, is much improved. If I kick it out back out here to the main entrance, we're about 108 feet away. Our pixels per foot are 22.3. So better than the others. Is it good enough? That's for you to determine. But at the same time, if I have it over here or whatever else, I can reach out farther. I can see farther. It's probably getting you 3/4 of the distance. If I wanted to cover this whole entrance, you might be looking at an additional camera. But for this particular area, anything driving through here would do a real nice job because you're at 67 feet with the 37.6 pixels per foot. So again, this is just an example of a couple of very popular cameras and the resolutions and what to expect. And then if you were to go on the higher end of the camera market in regards to 4 megapixel and or 8 megapixel / 4K, this is what you would expect. The cameras are very robust. They do a real nice job, but at the same time, the next video is really going to talk about how do I connect these? How do I connect these inside the house so I can hit the internet? Or how can I maybe move these cameras out into the yard so I can get closer to the action? So that will be in our next video. Thank you for watching this video. And if you have any questions, you can give me a call. My name is Brian Price. I'm the owner of On-Site Video Surveillance. And you can call 1-800-295-7091 or just press the button and that will redirect you. Thank you very much. Have a great day.